everybody! So today I'm gonna stand over here because it looks more cinematic versus just being in the middle. It's like a different concept, but I keep hearing and seeing of all this stuff about people thinking or feeling like their kind of lives are over, like, oh, am I wasting it? Am I this? Am I that? And there's a lot of it has to do usually with people in their 20s. And as a 20-year-old, I can see why. Because what happens is you go through all the schooling. If you go to college, you go to college. If not, you go through all that and you're likely in a career doing something that either you don't like or maybe you struggle to find a job and doing this, and it puts you in this kind of like this rut, this lull in a sense where you're like, oh shoot, like, is this gonna be my entire life and my life just gonna be wasting away? And it makes sense. I felt this stuff to my innermost core, and it's something I've been thinking about for so long, and I'm sure it's for you guys, like, it's like if anyone else is in that position, you just don't want to waste your life and you don't want to feel a certain way, you don't want to be stuck and you don't do this. And for me it was easy because I saw my parents as an example. You see like examples of this all the time. Like, it was easy. I've seen family members, I've seen my dad, all parents, whatever, stuff like that do a job or do something that they don't like and they kind of just have to do it because it makes money. And after seeing how that kind of consumed their life, like especially my dad, that was what he did until he died, it made me be like, okay, I don't want to do this. So it really helped with this stuff. So in a sense, it threw a midlife crisis to me at like 20 something, and I feel like that's what this is for everyone, is like their own version of a midlife crisis in their 20s versus in their 40s and 50s. And it's honestly good to have this conscientiousness about doing it. It's kind of put in the wrong place because it's not that life's over. It's that there's more potential for your life, and it feels like whatever's out there is trying to be like, hey, try stuff, do something. And the thing about it is that just doesn't mean to quit your job to like, oh, go off and live in Estonia or something like that, but it means to be open to what life could have in store and actively do the things that get you to the places and things that you want to do. That, no matter what it is a day-by-day process. Like, it's never gonna be like, oh, I wake up and everything's great. It takes likely a bunch of years, like a lot of hard work and a lot of whatever, to be in a position where you're not thinking this way, to be in a position where like, you know what, I really enjoy what I'm doing, I'm glad I could do this for the rest of my life. Like, it takes a lot of time, maybe like a decade. They always say like all the big musicians, all the big actors, all the big this, that, businesses, all this stuff, they're like, oh, I had to put in my 10,000 hours and all that stuff. I mean, I can't really speak much on it. I'm only 23, I haven't put in my 10,000 hours yet, but you get what I'm saying. In that's just the kind of the secret to getting to a place where mentally you're like, you know what, my life isn't over and stuff like that. Like, it's about just putting in the work to get that thing. Because we're given this life thing. I believe in God. I believe we have a life. If you just take it day by day, if you just go through and do what's right and kind of be a good person and do whatever, like, stuff makes sense over time. You just gotta walk in it and do it. Like, it's not like you have to be some amazing person and do. Like, it happens over time. Like, okay, I go through a major heartbreak, I write an album that goes crazy, like Taylor Swift or whatever. Like, if she never had a heartbreak or never was put in these positions, she wouldn't be in these other positions. Like, you gotta just be open to be in positions that get you in other positions. And that's what I'm saying with like the working and stuff like that. Like, just by putting in time, effort, and being open to stuff, it allows you to kind of open up possibilities, and it helps it not being all claustrophobic, not being like, oh, my life is over, it's all ending and stuff like that. You're now like, you know what, it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of hard work and stuff like that, but I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna try this, see if this works out. And if it doesn't work out, fine. If it does, amazing. But it's just about putting in the effort and time. And a lot of times most people don't want to put in the effort, but if you really love something, really that passion, then that's where the effort and stuff like that is like this. Because whenever you struggle to find that effort and struggle to find that ability to do something, there likely is at least some vacuum of passion and lack of care. Because it's like, think about it, like the things you love the most, the people you want to be around the most, all this stuff, it's kind of natural. Like, it's not something you have to force. If you have to force something, it's whatever. So that's why I say being open and stuff like that is so important, because it allows you to kind of see what comes naturally. So, and whatever comes naturally, you could try to find ways to incorporate that into your life little by little. And it could be like, hey, like, okay, I'm working this job, and then over the weekend I'll do like little bits of stuff, or maybe I'll do little bits and pieces throughout the week, or maybe I get this day or whatever, stuff like that, where you kind of just incorporate this stuff. I don't even know if it could be a career thing, but just incorporating stuff about life that drives that passion, drives that interest, makes it a lot easier. And if you just do it little by little, sprinkling seeds in life, it's a lot easier to digest than doing everything all at once. Because that's what this comes down to, is this anxiety, fear of everything at once. And when you just condense it to your mind and get everything focused on the present moment, and what do I need to do to get to that spot? Like, what are some things I could do now that could help me in the future? It might take a while, but let's just start. It's by breaking that down that makes it so much easier. So you're not anxiety, not like, oh, I'm gonna die, oh, my life is over, stuff like that. You're like, okay, you know what? I may not like what I'm doing. I may not like this or that, or I may not like where I am, but I'm gonna at least put in the work or try and get myself to a place to where I like it. and maybe I need to be in this position to see this or be able to grow in this way or whatever, stuff like that. Because a lot of times the stuff you don't like is really there to help you get to the stuff that you like. Like, you just need to go through the not like in order to get to like. Like, it's like you gotta go through the tough times to get to the good times, and that's how you value it. It's kind of the same thing with finding yourself in a sense and creating a life that you enjoy. It takes going through stuff, be present within them, and really try to see what life is kind of giving you, because life gives you stuff, and I believe God gives you little like sprinkles and little things, and you're like, okay, you know what? I think that there's more to this here. And you just keep going, keep chugging, and you'd be surprised what's gonna happen. And trust me, it will all be fine. You don't have to worry about it. It'll all be good. And yeah, life is gonna be fine. Don't worry about it, and just take it day by day. It will all be good. Have a nice day. Subscribe, like, bye bye.